Hello and welcome to a new adventure, and welcome back to Bradford. Well, we're here at SunbridgeWells and we're going to go in and explore the world of pure imagination, as it says on the wall. It's also believed to be Britain's only subterranean entertainment complex, with bars, eateries, you name it, all inside this historic tunnel system. And a little nod back here to its previous life in the 1960s as the Little Fat Black Pussycat Club. Try saying that when you're drunk. And there's a picture of it in 1964. And this hosted many bands back in the day, from the Beatles all the way through to any band that was relevant at that time. All these Victorian storefronts, little shops, juicy jerk chicken. I remember these having little fudge shops and things like that, and all the old pictures of the bands and artists that have played here over the years. Yeah, look at this old cobbled street underneath Sunbridge Road. Coffee booth. A lot of these are normally open at the weekend. It's an evening on a Monday night today, so it's very quiet. Billy Liar, old posters and things in Bradford. So we've headed up the little tunnel coming in, and we're now going to head into Waller's Brewery, which is one of the main bars in this building, one of quite a few. And inside there is what used to be the old Black Fat Pussycat Club. I cannot say that at all. And where the Beatles played. So let's head inside and have a look round there. And let's take a look round here. It's just full of trinkets, old memorabilia. Some old science experiments there. Lots of old filing cabinets. An old bookshelf there with some really old books on it. I really like the look of this place. And there you go, nice plaque. Sunbridge Wells, opened by HRH, the Princess Royal, 2017. Yeah, this is such a hidden gem in Bradford, it really is. You can see it's built underneath Sunbridge Road. And look at the brewery stuff in there. They keep it all on display for you. So yeah, this is what I believe was the Black Fat Pussycat Club. I can't even say it. So let's head down to the bottom end. You see they've got a nice PA system there for bands. And if we head into here, the other side. Now James, who's going to show us around today, he's going to confirm this, but I believe this is the room that the Beatles played in the 1960s. Now, this reminds me of another place that the Beatles were regular in, and that was the Cavern Club in Liverpool. And this is Bradford's answer to that, or it was, and it's still here today, although a modern take on it. Yeah, so this is one of two arches, just like the Cavern Club. Apparently, Kiki Dee, the famous singer that performed with Elton John, she was a Bradford lass. She worked in the cloakrooms at this club in the 1960s, the Fat Black Pussycat Club, whatever it's called, I can't say it. But she worked in the cloakrooms here, again, akin to the Cavern Club in Liverpool, where Cilla Black worked in the cloakroom there. So this shows you the original use of these arches. So long before Sunbridge Road was built above our heads and Bradford became anything of a city, I'm talking back in the 12th century, this used to be a quarry. So we believe, and it was all dug out to be a quarry and then just left abandoned for many years. And also, it was used as police cells in the Victorian era. And then, like I said, a club in the 1960s, and it was just abandoned for many, many years after that. But it's a lot bigger than this, and I can't wait to show you the rest. So let's explore more of this amazing underground area here. So you've got some old trinkets here, like the old cart. And I love all these little quirky little scenes in here, and old vintage chairs and vintage stuff. So just in here we've got what says on there the Witch's Wells, and I think that was an old shop. Now a lot of these are in the process of being changed over to new premises. There's also another unit just there. So just back to the tunnels where we came in, you've got a couple of retail units. on the bottom level here, with the old Victorian fronts. And then up there, I'm told, let's go have a look, is a jazz bar. I'm going to try looking. Yeah, I can see the bar in there. It's not massive, but it's a nice little, quirky little bar. I love places like this. It's got a little veranda area. You can see the seating area just through there. There you go. And the bar. So there are all these little tiny, quirky little bars. Well, speaking of beer, how would you like a free case of beer? Well, thanks to today's video sponsor, you can do exactly that. All you have to do is head to their website, beer52.com/Darren, and cover the meagre postage cost of only £6.95 and claim your free case of 8 exclusive beers from their London beer tour. And it's developed in collaboration with Transport for London, or TfL. Beer 52 are the UK's #1 beer club, showcasing the best independent breweries from all across the world. And this month they've teamed up with a host of London's best breweries to create an exclusive case of beers celebrating the city's incredible transport network and brewing excellence. You can discover the concepts behind the beers with the award-winning Ferment magazine, which includes a one-of-a-kind craft beer tube map. And this is not your usual tube map. Oh no, this shows all your favourite stops and the beers to accompany those places within London. Now this alone is a collector's item. Now if you don't like dark beer, you can also choose a case of light beer instead. And don't forget, you also get a couple of tasty snacks included. Whoops. And even after all that, if you're still not satisfied, you can pause your subscription or cancel at any time. So a big thank you to Beer 52 for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to claim your free case of 8 beers and your TfL tube map, which is very unique. So head over to beer52.com/Darren. Cheers! And then back down here to the pizza restaurant, which is also a takeout place. That's a pizzeria. There's more rooms up here. Viper rooms, Enigma Lounge, Mr. Paul's Jazz Bar and toilets. So it's like Wetherspoons this, the toilets are upstairs. Another little unit there, small one. Another 2 here. See, it's got so much potential in here. All these little units and quirky little bars. We just need the people to come check it out. The more people come, the more people are going to open. It's just massive, is this place. It's a lot bigger than what you think. Again, another unit to rent here. Little shop. Just look at all these little vintage shop fronts. It's amazing. So that goes. Just look at this little fireplace here. Look how they've put some kindling down there as well. So this goes into up onto the street level, I think. It's weird. You can't work out where you are. So I think the tunnel section down there is under Sunbridge Road, and then this is under the buildings at the side of Ivegate, and then that's Ivegate, I think, on this side here. And if we go underneath Ivegate, past these shops here, yeah, there's just bars and shops and units everywhere. Now let's head back down here. And then I'm going to take you into the large atrium in a second, this one. But while we're here, let's just look at the old stonework there that they've repaired and sorted out. And these racing cars here, the shells, I'm not 100% sure, and I've just asked the owner or the manager of the place what they are, and he doesn't know either. But to me, they look like old go-karts. Shells from some old vintage ride, maybe. Yeah, this is definitely a case of use it or lose it. I do believe a lot of money was spent doing this place, and businesses have come and gone, but they just don't have the footfall apart from the weekends, which sometimes just isn't enough. So please, if you're in the area, just come have a drink, come check it out, especially from Leeds. It's not far at all. And I've heard on a Friday and a Saturday, this place is absolutely jumping. So let's head up the stairs. And you can kind of see the old brickwork and stonework and where the quarry section comes from here. So he did tell me as well, it used to be a jail cell, like I said, for the old court building that used to be in Bradford, but that's at the back, and I am going to show you that. And just at the top here, we've got the Rose and Crown pub. So there, that leads out onto just at the side of Ivegate. So here's another entrance onto street level here, or Millergate, I think it is. You've got meats, cheeses, wines, beers and bears, whatever that is up there. And then the Rose and Crown pub, which is on Ivegate, I believe. Got a hair salon there. So yeah, this is reopening in a couple of days. It did have a bit of downtime, but it is reopening. So this is an old traditional pub. Again, we can't show you because it's all closed up and is going to reopen very soon. But all this would have just been a back area of some old buildings, and it's all been enclosed and turned into this. Just before we head back downstairs, here's the old original Rose and Crown sign. That looks Victorian, that. You can see by all the paintwork's all faded on it. Yeah, that's apparently very old. And I believe they found that buried somewhere in the basement or the cellars. And that's being put on display inside to keep it in tip-top condition. So yeah, apparently there's going to be a tapas restaurant opening up here soon as well. I think it might be where this gin bar is. He said it's going to be a tapas restaurant, so you can see in there another little cavern type building. And that will be a tapas restaurant. There's just buildings and rooms everywhere. Another entrance there onto that Sunbridge Road with another retail unit there. And there's those racing car shells from the other side. So comment down below if you recognise these from anywhere and where they may have come from. But yeah, probably some attraction somewhere around here. And you'll definitely recognise these signs here. Definitely taken from the old railways, Great Western Railway. And probably this pew from some church. Yeah, or even a waiting room, who knows. Yeah, it's these kind of places that to me are lying dormant, ready for the resurgence of Bradford, so that they can become the place to go. They're already here. And it kind of looks like that as you walk through it. It's kind of ahead of its time. Bradford just isn't there at the minute. So we need to keep this place alive so it survives right up until that happens. Now we're going to head back through Waller's Brewery Bar and out the other side, because that's where the history is, at the back of these tunnels. And I'm going to show you the original use for this place, and also a bit more evidence of what it used to be. Well, like I said, back in 2016 when this place was under construction, it cost a lot more than they thought to clear it all out. It was full of rubbish and rubble, and they basically dug it all back. It was one businessman who took a plunge on it called Graham, who's sadly no longer with us, but he took a plunge on this in his own money. So I've just had it confirmed by James. I said earlier on that the Beatles played in that room. It was actually this room that they played in, where the PA is today. And that was apparently used as a dressing room and extra seating. Let's head out the back and look at the real history. So James was saying that the courthouse, the original courthouse, used to be the top of Ivegate, up there somewhere. When they put their people on trial in the courthouse, they used to send them down here into the cells where they were held until they could be escorted off to a proper prison. Now if you look in there, I know they've made this look like a bit of a recreation, but again you can see the original quarry dating back to the 12th century, all there, look at the back, and some keys on that wall there. So a lot of these things were found when they dug all the stuff out. And yeah, these were the original cells apparently. And there's another one just up here. And you can see there, look, that quarry again. The rock face. So a lot of Bradford's sandstone probably came from these kind of quarries back in the early days. So here is another entrance into what is called the Guilty Bar, which you can see through there. And these bars are really small but quirky. Again, they're all like mini caverns, and used to be, yeah, all sorts back in the day. What does that say? Hall's Vaulton? Can't really see that. So let's head up the stairs, look back down there again. So that's into one of the holding cells with the quarry face just there at the back. And you can actually see, I've just noticed some bars on that little window there. And yeah, this is another bar up here. Let's try and see in. This is a lot bigger actually. Yeah, you can definitely see that. This is a lot bigger. This is like a proper bar with lots of seating. So you've got a sign there saying SunbridgeWells, look. So yeah, this leads up onto Ivegate in Bradford. And this was a later addition. Let's head back down. Yeah, can you imagine coming in here for a night out and just bringing your friends on a Saturday night? You can have a meal and you can also have a good night in here. You've got nightclubs upstairs too, apparently, and this bar down here and another bar outside, so there's plenty of choice. You could literally spend the whole night in here and not have to leave, especially if the weather's horrible like it normally is in Yorkshire and it's peeing it down outside. Yeah, I absolutely love this place. I think it's got so much potential, I really do. Reminds me of the Cavern Club in Liverpool, and also I have never seen anything like it anywhere else. And like James was saying, it's apparently the only subterranean entertainment complex in the UK. So there is other similar type venues, but not like this. Like I said, the Cavern is just one bar, and that's purpose built. This is made from old historic tunnels and quarries and all sorts. And yeah, it's been retrofitted. Cheers, everybody. Well, there we go, ladies and gents. Our lovely tour around Sunbridge Wells. So if you're in the area, please do come check it out. And if not, head over and have a bite to eat and a drink. But thank you very much for joining us in this video. Big thank you to Michelle, Karen and James. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.